G'day guys, Duane Reddel here. Today I wanted to just show you through a newly commissioned set of yards. I'm here at West Wimmera Beef in the Western Districts of Victoria. Got a wide offering here of what Pari can deliver. Just like to give you an experience and a bit of a walkthrough of what we can do for you. Some of the features I'm going to show you through here today is a combination of our cattle yards both on and off concrete, or permanent and semi-permanent as some like to call it. We've got a dual height loading ramp you can see behind me here. I've also got some hydraulic assistance throughout the gates of the cattle yards. We've got a fully automated cattle crush at the front end of the work area as well, drafting 5 ways. We're standing at the main entry point of the yards between the feedlot and the yards. It's got the option to go direct into these receival pens or through the diamond yard, which could link multiple pens together. Gives you capacity to hold large numbers before you've even started to process cattle. The way we've done this here is with our permanent system, so no concrete in the pens. And as you'll see here, Pari gates have all got the slam latch, giving you confidence to handle the cattle, where the gate will always shut behind your back. Another standard feature of our yards is an anchor here, which gives you a couple of options. You can leave it there as a ground anchor to move yourself around a mob. You can also latch it back to a fixed panel so that it won't blow in windy weather. We're now walking into a diamond yard that's been designed into the beginning of this set of yards. So what this does gives you multiple options to enter from. It also means if you have a larger mob coming down the laneway, that they can fill in to multiple pens, meaning you don't have to unsettle the mob, come up and adjust gates. Another good reason to consider a diamond yard on the entry of your design is once you've got these gates opened up and out the way, the cattle can feel like they're walking into far bigger space and enter at a much smoother flow. Unique feature of our yards is the fully hot dip galvanised finished. This is achieved through modular design, removing the need for any cutting and welding on site. We've got a clamp top and bottom, heavy duty, and this post here is concreted into the ground, 600mm. Moving on now, we're entering the yards. We've got another diamond pen here, which gives you options on your way in to pre-hold a large number of cattle. Another important feature for large sets of cattle yards is drainage. We've got here a drain running the full length of the shed, finished with our FRP grading, which can be easily removed for cleaning. Another very important part of cattle yard design is the staging of your pens as you enter the more high pressure areas. You don't want any cattle to be left behind for any more than 3 cuts. You want the whole pen to be emptied and moved forward. Now what I'd like to show you guys is some of the hydraulic assistance we've added to gates in this yard. So from this pen, you can close the gate remotely. We can now exit the yards and enter into our cattle free area. We do this through our man gates. This is something that's often massively overlooked in cattle yard design and often not included in standard ballpark pricing. Now we're into our cattle free area, up onto the catwalk. Typically you'd have one operator back here with this remote. He has control over 4 gates whilst safely being away from any cattle. I'll now cycle through them to show you what we can include in your yard design. Something important to mention at this point is this force here has got some pressure release valves in it, which will remove any risk of injuring or bruising your stock. As you can see it come round, it goes to a certain point, meaning you can push your stock forward and then relaxes back. However, this is hydrolocked and cannot be pushed back by your stock once it's come to rest. We're now entering the working race part of the cattle yards. This is where this remote and operator would stop. We've got a split race gate here, which is what we recommend. Gives you the ability to control your stock a lot better by closing the gap faster. It also means you can stop a beast that might be trying to pile onto the one in front of it. A couple of features we've got in our race that you can option in. I'll now run through. We've got the drop top panels and we've got the calf reducers. So the drop top panels are ideal if you're trying to do husbandry work in your race, especially with your smaller cattle. You can drop that down. This removes anything that you can bash your elbow on whilst applying treatment and maintains a higher level in the outside. If any flighty stock are trying to get away, they're likely to be trying to get away from you. If you are in the process of any treatment and there is someone starting to stir up, you simply lift the rail like that. It drops back into the upright position. We've come onto the outside of the race now to demonstrate our calf reducer system. This has got multiple adjustment points. In a standard width race of 750, gives you the ability to adjust it in every 50 mil from 750 to 450. In this situation here, being a feedlot, they've opted for the 850 wide U-bows. So in the outside position it's 850 mil and on the inside it's 550. As you can see, no more than a 5-minute job. That also brings the animal closer to you for treatment up your race. Throughout the design process at Pari, we produce concrete plans. This gives you the ability to have smooth concrete in here and also use the grooving tool out there. That's great, gives your cattle excellent confidence. Also drainage you can see here, and also things like power, water points can all be incorporated, giving you a seamless install process. So now we've reached our crush. This is where the second remote comes into play for the hydraulic assistance of this yard design. We've got our race gate here, which you've got control of. This is used in auto drafting situations where you're controlling the flow into the crush. Then we've got our entry gate here. We've also got squeeze. And also the head bar. One of the important safety features on this crush, when your access gates here are opened, the head bale is disengaged. None of the buttons will work. What this means is that an animal can't accidentally be released onto a vet whilst any work might be happening on the head. I've also got the same feature in the vet gate at the back here. So once this vet gate is open, the entry gate into the crush is disengaged. For more information on our Taurus auto sorting cattle crush, head to the website for a full overview video. Come with me now, I'll just show you our round yard that's been designed in here. This round yard's made up of our ultimate gates, which there's no bracing on the ground, removing any trip hazard for the operator as he's walking through. Round yards are used for things like cow-calf drafting, sex drafting or colour drafting. However, with the technology of auto sorting crushes now available, it could be worth considering adding that information to your ear tag and allowing our crush to do that automatically for you. In big sets of yards like this, having a round yard in the middle gives you options of linking up multiple pens, crisscross cattle over as needed. We can also, and have done, calf races and forces down here, which puts your calf cradle or calf crush, whichever you choose, up the front there close to your work area. So what that would mean for any breeding operations, cows and calves could be coming in here, calves could be held penned in front of us here, your cows could head this way through the system and be given any treatments that might be due for. Then when that's finished, calves can be marked and head back out. All the latches on Pari gates are slam latch with a nylon insert taking away any steel on steel rattle. I'll just quickly touch on these gate anchors again here. They can be used in a round yard. Drop it down into the groove concrete, which you can step away from the gate, move the cattle as you need to. I'll just now show you the operation of the dual height ramp. So firstly, the cattle are diverted out of your main race through this diverter gate here. In some sites, or on some sites, depending on the lay of the land, this first deck here can actually be designed to be the same height as your yards, meaning that this doesn't need to be built up. We're on a flat site here, so this first step is built up. We've got another diverter gate here which adjusts the difference between your upper and lower deck. So when it's swung over in this position, you bring your cattle up, they flow around the side there and enter in to the bottom deck, which I can just come and show you now. The man gates that are up the front here. That gives the truck driver safe access to adjust any of his trailer gates or push that last cow in. We give you the option to have handrail in areas where you have had to build your ramp up. Got a nice wide access walkway here with handrail. We do option it in both left and right hand operation, meaning your walkway can be on either side of the ramp, whatever you prefer. This client has optioned the side load attachment, which, as you know, it's not always easy to get your trailers in the perfect position. So you've got these little doors on the side here, which can be swung around to make up for any adjustment on from your truck into the ramp as required. We've also got this platform here which can be folded out to make up for any gap between your truck, trailer and the ramp. Man gates up the top here, which again give you safe access to adjust your gates. And then this one behind me here to shut the cattle off if you need to go in and change any internal gates. A couple more features on our dual height ramp. We've got our poly sheeting here. This takes away any risk for animals' feet or legs slipping out the side during loading and unloading. Also blocks any distractions that might be happening around the ramp at the time. Got our flat steps here, so they're pressed and folded. Got plenty of grip on them. Keeps the animal's foot flat as they're walking on and off. Gives them a lot more confidence. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's a nice walkthrough of a recently completed project at West Wimmera Beef. If you'd like any further information or you've got any more questions, please get in touch with the team at Pari. We'd be glad to come out and see you and work out the best design for your operation.